Welcome back to the Sword of Truth podcast, a chapter-by-chapter reread of the Sword of Truth series with a raved about craft brew on the side. I'm Jade, and I'm here with Nate.
Hello.
And today, we are putting chapter 53 of Soul to Fire on Dalton's desk.
Your problem, not my problem.
Yes, bringing it right to the guy. Yeah.
Wait, does that mean we're working for him? Fuck that. He can come get it from our studio.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, I like that better. You do the work.
Well, I'm assuming he would have a messenger, right? So we would be putting it on his desk via somebody else putting it on his desk.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. I think that's today's moment of truth, I guess. So in the last episode, Richard tried to sell his freedom to Anderith, but Bertrand Tranbor upsold him on an election, and Kaylin believes they've just RSVP'd to their own political ambush.
Wow.
So,
intense.
yes, they are rolling down a different path now.
So even if they did have time to fuck tonight, they probably wouldn't.
But to be fair, they're in town now. I'm sure they can rent a room, right?
Yeah.
It would be kind of the people in the estate to offer them a room. Richard probably wouldn't take it, but maybe for a couple hours, right?
Yeah, well, that's being surrounded. That's the thing he didn't want.
Yeah, hit it up and take a quick bath. He bathes with women all the time. Anyways. So we open with Hildemara, Bert, and Dalt. They're all hanging out. Hildemara is furious. She can't wait to see the Order skin Bert alive for his stunt with the vote. That, again, was not approved by the group here.
No.
But she's smart enough to realize that she's probably going to be fucked after this as well, because she's tied to him.
Right. We talked about that before. She's there on merit of being married to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just fucked all of us. And Bert, ever the smug bureaucrat, believes that he's just bought time. He's like, the Order's on its way, guys. This is just us kind of stalling everybody out.
I am kind of inclined to agree. We talked about how a month is a long fucking time.
I do too.
We know there's town criers. We know news can travel fast. It's literally what Dalt does all the time. I'll bet they could get this vote together tomorrow.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, you want time to like say your
Bring the
piece to the
issues,
people.
yeah.
Yeah, but also you could just make it fast.
The
Have
more
a fucking-
time,
yeah.
more time is not always a good thing. And to be fair to Bert, I'm not normally, but to be fair to him, the three of you were all talking about how you needed to fucking stall shit like 2 chapters ago.
Yeah,
And
problem solved, motherfucker.
none of you came up with a solution to the table. And Richard is here. We were having a political discussion. Something had to be done.
They're feeling the same thing that Kaylin was feeling in the last chapter. No, I don't like this idea. It leaves it up to question.
Yes. And Dalt agrees with Hildemara. He's like, this seems like a foolhardy plan, but he knows that Bertrand never lifts a finger unless he knows it's going to benefit him.
Unless he's sure it's going to work.
Right. So if he didn't think that this was going to work, he wouldn't have even brought it to the table. His brain wouldn't have even thought of the idea if he didn't think that it was something that was going to benefit him in the end. He doesn't jump over cliffs, or he doesn't jump over caverns. Whatever. There's a thing in the book that's really clever.
Chasms if he's not sure he's going to make it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep. It was nice. It was good. I didn't write it down, but I should have. Dalt worries that this stunt is going to backfire, though. If the people turn on the Order, this is going to be ground zero for the war.
Right.
Like, it's going to be really fucking bad.
You already have 2 armies racing towards you.
Yeah.
This is going to be ground zero one way or another, dude. Yeah.
It's pretty clear by now that Anderith's rulers have kind of sold out to the Imperial Order, because they start talking about how you're going to have to answer for the things that you've promised.
Yeah.
Which means that there have been promises
There's
made.
deals in place.
Yes.
Oh, man.
So this vote is already, like, the people in charge have already made the choice. So everything they were saying in the last chapter about it being fair and how they're hearing out both sides, and, you know, they didn't wait to hear Richard. They had already made the choice. They were going with the Order.
They're already making deals and things are in motion with the Order.
Mhm.
And that is not good. Not fair. Right?
No.
So
Right.
if you let your people vote and they vote against the thing you already agreed to do, you're fucked.
Yeah. So you can't let that happen.
And then if you let your people vote and they agree to the thing that you've already told the order you're going to do, you're fucked.
Well,
You're kind of, I mean, I know they're not looking at it that way, but
Yeah.
you kind of are.
they're assuming that the order is going to be there to take care of it by that time.
Right, but we know that the order isn't actually going to be cool about anything. They're going to come in, they're going to decimate the fucking thing and move on. And so they really do lose either way here.
Yeah, they just don't. Well, they think that they are important people, so they aren't going to lose out no matter what.
Yeah, that's true.
Bert spells it out. They're going to stall long enough for Jigang's army to arrive, and then they're going to give Richard to them on a platter, which is going to help protect them.
Right.
The Order's advance guard is going to get here. They're going to take the Domini Dirch, so they'll cut off the Daharan reinforcement, so nobody's going to be able to come down and save him. And in return, Bert gets power, wealth, and no oversight, because the directors are going to be fucking gone.
I'm the guy that brought you Richard Rawls' head on a platter.
Yeah.
I won the war for you, Jigang, effectively.
Yeah.
So, like, I would get some favor, right?
Yeah, and he's thinking he doesn't have the oversight of the Mother Confessor and Rawl anymore, and he won't have the oversight of the director, so he gets total authoritarian rule over
Right.
Anderith at that point.
He's going to be the one guy in charge.
Yes.
That's how he wants it.
Yes. He actually believes that Jigang is going to keep his word. And we all know
Like,
how that's probably going to go.
obviously.
Yeah. I'm bad, they're bad, we're all going to be on good, bad terms together. It's going to be great. Hildemara and Dalton still fret about the vote, but Bertrand just laughs it off. He's like, the Hakens are going to carry the day. The Hakens are actually going to be the ones that are going to win this vote for us.
Because we like them stupid.
They're kept ignorant and easily manipulated.
That's right, and that's why they do that.
They don't want them to know. They aren't going to be able to learn and figure out the truth of anything. They're going to believe whatever we feed them because they trust us. He'll send speakers to fearmonger about Daharan oppression and make them think that Richard's offer of freedom is actually poison. So he's going to go right behind them and be like, feed the truth to the lie, quote unquote, and say, no, none of what he just said is true. They're actually warmongering, evil, terrible people, and you don't want to be a part of that. And then they get to keep their hands clean, pretending to simply follow the people's will, just like you were talking in the last chapter.
Well, all it really is going second.
Yeah.
Richard's going to shoot his shot at the people, and now we know what he said to convince them. So we are going to take his speech, flip it and reverse it.
Pick it apart.
Yeah, and then use all of his points to tear down his own argument. It's dirty pool, for sure, but it's not cheating. They're just going second.
Yeah.
And then lying their asses off.
Yeah. Dalton reflects that with enough distraction and contradiction and the right words, people's minds can be manipulated. They can be made to cheer while they're being betrayed. They're going to go, fuck yes, do that. Take away our rights. It's fine.
Right.
We love this guy. Bert's final flourish on all of this is even if Richard loses, he's going to be here trapped, isolated in Anderith. So he's fucked either way.
Because the order's coming. They're going to surround him, I'm assuming.
Yeah. It's going to be totally fine. Let them have whatever they want. Let Richard and Kaylin run this fucking place while they're here. Let them think that we are being the most gracious hosts and that we are totally on their side. Even let them go in the library. Let them look around. Let them do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
Because nothing can help them anyways. They're screwed.
It's kind of the counterpoint to everything we've been saying, where Richard's thinking, well, win or lose, we're going to get our way.
Yeah.
And then here's the guys in charge of Anderith going, well, win or lose, we're going to get our fucking way.
Yeah.
And so it's all going to come to a head.
Yeah.
It has to.
And it feels so icky.
Yeah, that it does.
We're going to move away from them here in the chapter at this point, and I just got to be fully transparent. This part of the book, multiple parts of this book, are not super easy to read and take notes on and give colorful, fun commentary on. It's going, and we're having a great time still. I like it still. But I just wanted to throw that out there.
there are quite a few shadows that are very similar to things going on in the country right now.
Yeah.
Regardless of what Terry's intention for some of these characters are,
Yeah.
it is very closely parallel to what our administration is doing right now.
Yeah, it feels like there are a lot of mirrors.
Yeah.
So I just...
And that
Just
doesn't
wanted to
even
say
have to
that.
be political. That's just what's happening. So it's a little like, you come here to escape it, but holy fuck, this is real close.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a lot of escapism right now. So I just wanted to speak the truth to that.
Yeah, we just wanted to acknowledge that.
Because, yeah, that's how I feel.
Stolen and rigged elections and all the fucking
Honestly.
fallout and it's a lot. It's a lot.
It sits heavy on you. But you know what? We're going to keep moving. And you know what we're going to go to? Where we're going to go now? To the library.
To the library.
To the library.
Well, yeah. Very soon they might not have libraries anymore, but they should have libraries.
Well, Mistress Vedetta is in the library, and she's in a feather flapping brawl with a raven.
Feather flapping brawl?
Yeah.
Amazing.
She's fighting with a raven in
How
the window.
big are ravens? Are
They're
they
pretty
real big birds?
They're not like eagle-sized birds, but they're not sparrows.
Yeah, sparrows are little.
You know what? I think that we're going to do a side quest at some point on ravens. And
I know they're very smart.
yeah, and maybe there'll be like a small footnote on crows because, well, actually, ravens are part of the crow family.
What?
So they're related. So they'll be involved. But we'll do that on a side quest. So we'll get some more information about the size of ravens on that, maybe. But she's fighting with one in the window now. She's yelling at it like it personally offended her. She normally puts out seed for the songbirds, the pretty songbirds, not vile fucking ravens.
Oh, I
Dirty
understand.
fucking ravens.
So this thing's got a right to be mad.
Yeah, she's a bird racist.
I want... She's the total opposite of the guy from Peacemaker.
Yeah.
I've got bird blindness.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the difference between an eagle and a duck?
That is funny.
And she's just like, fucking raven.
Fucking ravens.
Well, I see why, isn't it? Edgar Allan Poe might have a problem with a raven,
It like haunted him.
but not her. She's just a bird racist.
Yeah, she already hated them. It's not even because this specific raven. She just like they're all shit birds.
And they all know that she doesn't like them because ravens are smart.
Yeah, and if she offended one of them, the whole family's mad at her now. So
Yeah. Every raven forever.
yeah. She mentions to Richard that she likes his smile. It reminds her of her friend Reuben. And Caitlin clocks that as Zed's alias. And Richard
What does Reuben do for a living?
makes sandwiches.
Well, yeah, that's it. Oh, hungry motherfucker. Always wants to eat. That's Zed.
She had like an alarm bell that went off when she heard Reuben, and she was like, that's Zed's name. And Richard, not even like a small part of his internal thinking, is like, Zed took off. Zed talked about Toscala. Well, maybe they don't realize this is Toscala because they don't know that. But
I'm not sure yet.
Zed took off, and you don't know where he is. And then some guy named Reuben is in a place where you are? Maybe, seeker of truth, you should be thinking, maybe my friend was here. Get a description of Reuben. Ask what color his eyes are.
Yeah. Ask those famous seeker questions you
Yeah.
always got.
Yeah. There's a quick leg squeeze moment, and Kaylin is like, hey, guy, keep your hands to yourself. We're busy. You gotta focus up.
Now, was that a hey sexy time squeeze, or was that a just us together thinking about Zed moment?
No, it was a sexy time. He was like, oh, I wish he was here. But you're here.
But you know who is here?
Yeah.
Trails the finger along the leg.
Yeah. He was like, we're sitting next to each other in kind of a dark...
You were just all reminiscing about not having enough time to do stuff. Now, I know that means the horniness is building, but also now we are busy. Like, we spend every single night together.
Yeah.
You should find the time.
You should. But also, like, we're in a library. Aren't there stacks somewhere? Go tuck up in a stack of books.
There's lots of shelves. You'll be fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Listen, they don't have cameras in Anderith. Go for it.
That's what I'm saying. People do horny shit in libraries all the time.
I'm just doing research. Don't come back here.
That sounds like a guy who's masturbating.
Yeah,
That's weird.
but
also
it
happens.
does.
But it's one thing if there's two of you back there and we're just looking for books. It's another if you're like, I'm researching
That's
really
why they're
hard.
posting guards up in the library. Be like, we know what people do.
Is that the flapping of pages? No? They dig through stacks of books, and Richard, ever the woods guide, notes that the library smells like books. He wants fresh air. And I was just like, you're in a library, my guy.
It's
like,
gonna smell like books.
Yeah.
And not only that, the smell of books isn't bad,
No, it's
motherfucker.
not.
We literally have a bottle that smells like books here in the studio.
That's why I left that line in, because I was like, you asshole.
That's crazy. People literally sell that smell.
You are literally
And
in
we
the
were
pages.
goofy enough to buy it, but still.
You're in the pages of books. You smell like musty old books, Richard.
That's true.
That is your scent.
He is kind of the library guy. Amazing. Oh, you're going to take one now? Yeah. Let's take a sniff.
See?
Books.
That's not a bad smell.
Now, also, it is kind of a musty smell, and maybe
It
not
is.
what you want your cologne to be, but it does smell nice.
That's why people hate Kindles, is because of the smell. Well, since I just took a sniff of some books, I don't need the smell of fresh air or books. You know, I like it. I like the smell of books, but you know what the smell I want right now is, Nate? The smell of a nice, fresh beer.
Ooh, yeah.
Freshly
I want to smell a
cracked
beer.
yeasty beautifulness. So I think it's time for a beer break.
Hell yeah.
All right, bye-bye. Hey, Nate, what are we drinking today?
Today we are drinking the GOAT, the
Oh.
greatest oatmeal stout of all time.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's from Saugatuck Brewing Company. The blurb on the can says, we'll go ahead and make the bold statement. This oatmeal stout is the GOAT. There's nothing that could compare to its rich, creamy, flavorful body.
Mm.
Pair that with a roasted finish and a thick white head, and you've got a winner. Everyone has an opinion on what's the best of the best, but before you can decide, you'll have to crack open this can and take a taste for yourself.
Oh.
This bad boy clocks in at 6.5%, and I gotta be honest with you, I'm excited to try this thing. So, here we go.
All right. Do you taste the head?
I taste the thick white head, yeah. And honestly, it's pretty fucking good. I know I recently said it stouts are some of my favorite beers, and I think this is a testament to that, because there are other oatmeal stouts that I don't like as much as this. I think this is probably the best oatmeal stout that I've ever had.
Especially just pure oatmeal stout without like additional flavors.
Yeah. It's not bitter or anything.
No,
It's not overly sweet.
it's not too thick. Though you know we like it thick around here. It's not too thick. It's nice and thin, easy to drink. I like it. How many goat horns would you give it?
I mean, my instinct says 2 goat horns, right? That way you do the fucking heavy metal sign, but no, we can't do that. I'm going to give this one 8.
Oh.
I think it's really, really good. I think it does everything that it says it does. And also, I just poured it into a glass because that's the way to drink beer good and proper. Thick, white, foamy head. Just like they said. I'm adding words now. Yeah, I would give this 8 goat horns.
Oh, okay.
For a total of 4 goats.
Oh, look at that. I think I'd probably go like 7, and then you have one goat that has just like one horn, and he's the favorite.
They crack off sometimes. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. He's lopsy up there, lopsided, or I don't know. I'll work on his name. We'll talk about. We'll get to it later. Much like a goat, we should get chewing on the rest of the chapter.
Ooh. That's a good one.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty good. Hey, we're back. So Richard and Kaylin have been hanging out in the library, and Richard learned that Anderith once had a wizardly protector, probably Joseph Ander.
Most likely, yeah. I mean, the name is literally derived from the guy.
And when he vanished, when Joseph Ander just took off to nowhere, people became like lost orphans. So they were all really depending on this guy until he took off. Dew is in the corner. She's reading picture books. We have Gian standing guard, and Richard suspects that most of the other people here in the library are spies.
Now, why would he assume that they are spies?
I don't know, but we also know that Zed did think that he was being spied on as well.
He was also very tactical about getting in. Well, at least using someone else to get him in.
Well, and we know that he felt like he was being followed after they left the library. Or he was.
Oh, that's true.
They weren't being followed, but he was cautious that they might be.
He was making sure that they wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we found out from Dalt calling Franca up to his office that wasn't an incorrect assumption. There was spies in the library.
That's right. So Richard just kind of intuitively assumes that he's going to be watched while he's here, which is probably not a bad way to think about it. I mean, you should always be careful, I guess is the point. Maybe it sounds a little paranoid, but we know he's actually right.
But it also feels like if you feel like you're having a fair election in a land, that you would be a little bit more weirded out about being spied on the whole time.
Also true. Like, let them do what they want, but also keep a fucking eye on them.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel as good.
Yeah, like...
You can go anywhere you want. Do anything you want. Welcome to Anderith. We will have 10 guys watching you the whole time.
Yeah. As you're planning your democratic strategy,
yeah,
we're
doesn't
going to be
feel like
watching
security
you.
detail.
Yeah, no.
Feels like a babysitter a little bit.
Yeah, doesn't feel super great. Richard found a key passage mentioning Westbrook. He asked Vendetta. Her name is Vendetta. God damn it.
Vendetta.
Yeah,
we want to say Vendetta. I don't blame that. Yeah. That was the very first thing when I heard her name. It's Vendetta.
God damn it. I'm just going to call her that.
I mean, it's fair, right? Listeners,
yeah.
Is that fair?
I'm just going to call her that.
It is so close. It's only one letter off.
It's going to fix my brain.
It's like that one post I saw online where it's just like, you just read that wrong. And then the next line is that too. And you go back and they switched all the fucking letters around.
Or they double worded.
Yeah,
things.
so you glance the word because obviously you're recording a podcast and looking at notes and stuff. You glance at Vendetta obviously comes to mind, but it's not that.
No, her name is Vendetta, but her name is now Vendetta because I have a vendetta against Terry for writing her name that way. Yeah, he asks her about this. And she confirms, yeah, Andrew lived there, and there's still a shrine to him there. Like, they still worship him there, kind of. Not really worship, but they have a shrine. That's what a shrine is.
They got a statue up there about it.
His house burned down recently, actually, because his house was still there. And they saved a few artifacts from it because it had already been under repair when the house burned down. Because
for what?
Heavy wind and water damage.
Oh!
Yeah, isn't that wild? It had a whole bunch of water damage. Wind had gotten in there and blown some shit around. Looks like it almost tried to destroy everything, so they took it out and repair it.
That's 1-to-1. That's the chimes, right?
100%.
That's 100% the chimes.
100%. But some of those relics were saved. And some of those writings are on display up there. I don't know if they have them like in a glass case or how are you displaying these artifacts up there now?
Oh, we know. It's just a rope.
It's just a rope.
Just a rope.
Yeah. Don't touch it. You might get kicked out forever.
Don't sit on it.
Yeah. But the important ones, his important shit is here in the vaults. Richard tries to play it cool. He's like,
interesting.
I like history. You know what? We came around these parts to kind of take in your history and your culture. So, I would love to see that. Not that I care about Joseph Anderith at all, but just like historically, those are important pieces that I would like to take a look at. You know?
But also, you're the leader of a foreign country coming into this country who gives you access to this library that has stuff like that. Let me help better understand the people. That's not nefarious. That's very noble. Hey, look at you trying to learn stuff about different cultures.
You people were so worried. You people. You were all so worried that I was going to come in and take away your culture. I should learn more about your culture. This all makes sense.
It feels good.
Yes, it's great. A messenger interrupts. Richard told Vendetta, go handle that messenger, okay? Kaylin jumps in. She's like, hey, Richard, we got to take off. We have some meetings. So we can't really look at some of this shit right this moment. Vedetta's like, hey, that's so fine. I have to gather the books anyways. I have to go run a meeting or run an errand. This is all good. I'll go do my shit. You go do your shit. We'll meet back here tomorrow. It'll be wonderful. Richard agrees. Also tells her, maybe feed the fucking raven. Okay? He looks pretty upset. He probably is hungry. Feed him. And that's where they leave each other.
Why do you think that Richard focused in on the raven at the end?
I think he was upset about her racism of the raven from the beginning. I didn't dwell on it a whole lot in the notes, but the whole time that she was like, I feed the songbirds, fuck the ravens, he was like, oh, okay.
But ravens are good, though. Fuck you,
yeah.
Vendetta.
Yeah. So I think he's just a little bit like, you're kind of an asshole.
Oh,
you should
okay.
feed the bird because it's freaking
just from
out.
The way we read it out, I was like, why is he even concerned about the bird with what he's here doing right now? But okay.
It is interesting that he's
more of a commentary on Vendetta than anybody else.
I think so. But also, it's the second time he's noted the raven, or a raven, because he noted a raven when he came into Anderith flying overhead as well.
Oh, also true.
Yeah.
And then it just happened, not knowing if it's the same raven or not, but then there's another one here.
Yeah.
And he's picking up on it.
He has some type of connection that he's feeling. It's interesting that he notes that he thinks it might be hungry. We'll get to that in a couple chapters.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, he notes the raven. You should maybe note the raven as well. So we cut a little bit. Vendetta is now here, reporting to Dalton Campbell's office, which is the thing I referred to earlier, calling her by the wrong name. This is the incident that we're talking about that verifies that there were spies in the library when Ruben/Zed was there.
Okay.
So she is immediately impressed by his office. He's got a ton of fucking books there. And Dalton smoothly corners her about how she broke the rules, showing a restricted book to a visitor.
That's right. You're not supposed to be showing out our state secrets.
Yeah.
Even though it's not necessarily what it was, but you're not supposed to do the thing. I guess it would just make more sense to me coming from hey, that was in the museum. Just don't touch it.
Well, there is a law, actually.
Oh.
He has all these law books. He knows all of the old, forgotten about antique laws that people don't necessarily enforce anymore, but they're important, right? These laws give him leverage. So they might not normally be used, but he can use them to hold something over somebody's head and get them to do something, even though most of the time they're ignored. Like jaywalking. It's illegal to jaywalk, but a lot of people do it, and most people don't get fucking tagged for it.
Unless a cop, watches you do it. Most cases, even then, they just don't really care. As long as you're safe.
Yeah. If you end up doing something else, and they can hit you for the jaywalking and then the other things, then you're, Vendetta insists that she's never let him touch the book, right? She just took it out, let him see it, and turn the pages for him. He didn't even, really breathe on it. I was touching it the whole fucking time.
I mean, the better way to answer this would be he looked at it. I opened the book for him, but he wasn't reading anything.
He couldn't read
I
it.
was just kind of showing him oh, look at all the shit that he wrote in here. Cool, huh? Close the book, done.
He can't read can't read, old Daharan. I can't. It's fine.
I think I'm coming from Vendetta's point of view. I didn't do anything. I didn't allow him information. I just showed him the fucking book. Yeah, I flipped through a couple pages. No big deal.
Yeah, it's a cool thing we have. I was ready to be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, from Dalton's point of view, we can't have people reading things that might give them ideas.
It's not even that. It's just the idea that she didn't follow a rule, and he wants to reinforce that those rules are important, and you better stay in fucking line.
This is actually interesting. I've been listening to a series that Last Pod has been doing on Heinrich Himmler, the Nazi. He's the number 2 dude. And a lot of things that he did were just create rules, some of which you couldn't actually completely follow one rule and follow another rule because they would contradict. But that wasn't the point. The point was that you would have to be in constant fear of breaking the rules,
yes,
even though the rules didn't make any sense.
Right.
And that is how they create control, over a large group of people because everybody's just worried about, well, what about that fine print?
Yeah.
And so then they look at the fine print and they get you in trouble for not even letting somebody read a book.
Right.
Fuck off.
It's the fine print that he's catching you up on so that he can make sure that you never ever step out of line for the big things, especially because I already got you on the small stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We already have a smaller infraction. So how bad do you want this to get?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Dalton demands to review the book. If it's harmless, she's going to be fine. Nothing's going to happen to her. If not, there will be discipline because if you are giving state secrets, we're obviously going to have to throw you in the hold or whatever. She actually takes this as like a blessing. She's like, oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much that there's even a chance that I won't get in trouble. And obviously, I know there's nothing in there that's that bad because nobody can fucking read it. So thank God I'm not going to be in trouble.
It's in High Daharan.
Yeah.
How is he even going to tell if there's anything bad in there?
He can't.
I mean, I know it's just about the enforcement of the rule, but there's no way for him himself to even verify that anything dangerous was exposed because he can't read High Daharan.
Right.
He can't even enforce the rule he's trying to enforce.
Well, he can enforce it by saying you weren't allowed to show him that anyways.
Yeah, he can do shit about it, but not really.
Yeah.
I mean, he can really do shit about it, but he can't really check that she gave away anything.
Yeah.
Because he can't fucking read it.
But that's why she feels like he's given her a boon in this moment because she knows that there's nothing bad in there that he can call her on.
That's
so she's
crazy.
saved, right?
I mean, yeah, but I never thought of it that way before. He can't even really verify the thing he says that he's going to verify.
No.
It's about her doing the thing.
Right. And he even says that here in a moment. And he doesn't really care, right? He says,
right.
I don't care. Richard and Kaylin can see whatever they want. He doesn't actually think there's anything worth seeing in there because he can't read High Daharan. So he goes, I don't really care. That's fine.
He's assuming nobody else can.
But he wants control over Vedetta and that every time she sees something weird or knows something weird, she's going to come right to him and tell him before anything else happens.
I'm so fucking mad.
So he grants permission for them to see it, but he wants to secure the book that Zed saw. So they're not probably going to have access to the journey book. Because he's going to have it.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. So he's kind of taking it out of play for Richard.
Right. Without even knowing. Because, he does not care about the book. He doesn't think there's anything important in it. He cares about the fear. Power is in making people afraid to break the rules so they stay in line.
That's right.
So it's not, he probably will not even crack the cover on that book when it lands on his desk. He just wants it to be there.
He's going to hang on to it for a little while until all this blows over.
Yeah.
We just go over to the Winchester and hang out.
He might not even hang on to it. That's what I'm saying. It's going to show up on his desk. He's going to go, cool. She gave it to me. That's all I care about.
And then give it directly back to a messenger and say, okay, put this
Take it back. Yeah.
Wow.
So while you sit with that information, I think we're going to take a little break and then we'll be right back. And we're back. Still with Dalt. But Vedetta has left now. So he's sitting there with his desk stacked with messages. The Sovereign is reportedly improving, according to one of them.
Oh, well, that's good.
No, it's not. Not for him.
No, not for him. No.
But other people are dying mysteriously. Panic is spreading. There are people who are out in the country who are coming to the city to be safe, and people from the city are going to the country to be safe because nobody knows what the fuck to do.
There's a lot of angst. People just feel like they got to make moves.
It's just scary for everybody. Tess, at this point, bursts in. She's wearing a new, sexy little dress. And
okay.
She admits that she came to catch him with a mistress.
So she thought he wasn't actually working late.
Right, exactly.
I see.
When he wasn't home by dawn, she had thought about sleeping with Richard out of spite. But decided that Kaylin's super fucking hot, so that wouldn't work.
I mean, that's a pretty big jump to make.
Yeah. And it wasn't even like she decided that would be too far to go. She was like, no, Kaylin's fucking hot. I couldn't do it.
It's not that you would be upset or that I would have done anything wrong.
I would have regretted it.
His wife is clearly hotter than I am, so he would have said no.
Right.
So really it's about her protecting her own pride.
Yeah.
Wow. I am sorry? What did you just say to me?
Yeah.
So we're getting divorced today. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
But instead, so that was in the middle of the night, and it was like 2 a.m. or something. So she like crept over here to his office, saw that he was actually working late, and then went back to bed, and is now coming back like multiple hours later to be like, hey man, you want to come home and fuck because I miss you?
Just been thinking about it all night.
And I thought you were cheating on me, which is something I guess the point of that is that these two have never had a fear that that's what's going on between the other ones. They always have a fierce loyalty. So he's working so much that she actually believes he would do that.
I mean, in a way, it's a little Bonnie and Clyde. Look, we'll fuck over anybody else but each other.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of a romantic notion. Not good, not legal, but hey, us over everybody else, which we know Richard and Kaylin kind of do have that same mentality. They're just not doing bad shit. Yeah. So the idea that I crept over here to check on you is already saying, well, I'm having doubts.
Yeah.
Which is a little weird for people who have that kind of a relationship where they're like us over literally anybody else.
Yeah, and it's showing the cracks in her loyalty, because at this point she's saying she was going to go do something else.
She just tossed out casually fucking somebody.
Yeah.
What the shit, man?
Which Dalt doesn't seem to really take in the moment.
Well, that's the culture here, right? That kind of happens, or at least that's the way it was presented to us. I do forget sometimes that Dalt is not from here.
He's not part of this.
No, he's an outside person coming in and running shit. So they are also not 100% used to, probably used to at this point, but this isn't the way they thought coming in.
This isn't the way they operate together.
This is a new, the way things work around here are rubbing off on them. And now she's like, I was going to fuck Richard, but it's like, no.
Yeah.
What about us? What about that loyalty?
But he doesn't pick up on that red flag. It
no,
doesn't feel like.
It doesn't seem to.
No, he flirts back with her a little bit, slaps her ass, and says he's going to be home soon. And that's the end of it.
I mean, yeah, I was here working. I was here. I was actually doing the thing I told you to do, or I told you I was doing. Shocker.
Yeah. He's just like, oh, I was proven to be fine, so you didn't do the thing. Cool, I'll come fuck you later. It's fine.
That's definitely going to be a conversation.
Hopefully.
Like,
should be.
Why was that your jump to move? Instead of just coming in at 2 a.m. and instead of like talking to me at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Waiting, going back to bed. And then, I don't know. It was weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Why didn't you just talk to me and tell me that was your fear? And I could be like, no, I'm not. And it would be fine. But no, we're too far down a road now.
But he seems to hold true to this loyalty thing, so that doubt doesn't even creep into his brain.
No. He was like, that's a funny thing to say.
She just went to bed. She couldn't do it. I was busy.
Yeah.
We had a lot of people in here. It's not like she can just sneak into the office and we can bang one out real quick.
Yeah. I mean, you could just shut the door.
Just kick everybody out. But that means the work's got to stop.
Yeah.
And he can't stop doing the work.
But you know what? Sometimes you got to pay attention to those red flags because they're gonna burn things down if you don't.
That's true.
It's gonna turn into a fucking fire if you don't. So at that point, we move away from Dalt. We don't hang out to watch him be home soon. We go over to Anne. She's in prayer. Alessandra is observing, and Anne describes this radiant joy that she feels, that the presence of the Creator fills her up, and it fills up the sisters when they pray. This is like a common thing that they all know happens. You feel fucking great, like orgasmic when you pray.
I thought it was interesting that Anna's like, this is going to bother you if I pray? And Alessandra says, no, not at all. Go right ahead.
Anne kisses a ring. Alessandra seems like she almost has like a muscle memory situation where she goes to kiss her own.
Yeah, she clocks it.
But she can't, because she would betray the keeper if she did. Anne muses in her own brain. Darkness could never offer anything like this amazing feeling that fills her when she prays to the Creator. She doesn't say that out loud to Alessandra. She says, thank you. That was a very great kindness that you gave me to allow me to pray in this moment. And Alessandra is just like, dude, I only allowed it to make you eat faster.
Yeah, it was kind of a minor thing. Let's get past it. But this is where their conversation happened before. Right? Where she's like, oh, you can come back to the light. It'll be good. And it's pressing. She's just pointing out the fact, hey, I'm about to pray. How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
And, Alessandra, who has already kind of stated her feelings about it, is just like, I'm not going to harp on this. You said I'll bring it up to you, right? And then you're going to let it lie? Do your thing. That's fine. I'm not concerned with it.
Anne does smile. She feels like she's rekindled a spark of the faith in Alessandra. And she may have, right? Because
seems there are some doubts.
And obviously, she says she does it to get her to eat faster. But honestly, you just punch her in the face and you say you eat or you don't. She didn't have to.
I mean, pretty much, yeah. She is still your prisoner.
Yeah.
So it is a kindness that she gave her.
It is a kindness, whether she admits it or not. And I think that's where Anne is taking that away from this. She didn't have to let me do that. I'm sure that she hasn't been asked to pray or allowed to pray every time before she ate, or it wouldn't be a thing. So she's not wrong. But that's kind of where we're left with this chapter. Is just this weird,
just a little check-in.
Just weird check-in about prayer with these two, just to let you know that I guess there is the needle's moving, however small increments.
But the needle is moving.
It is moving.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
So that's Anne's truth, I guess. And
doesn't sound like it's Alessandra's right now.
No, not really. But unless you have any notes or prophecies, then I think that was our truth as well. And we would love to hear all of yours.
Hell yeah.
So write to us in your journey books to podcastatt.
That's an email.
@gmail.com. Or find us on any of our social medias.
Glug, glug, glug.
If you would like to support this podcast by being such an awesome fucking person and coming over and hearing some really hilarious content over on our patreon.com/podcastatt. That's where you're going to go.
Fuck yeah.
I said that weird, but you understand.
You know.
Where every tier is a happy tier. Thank you all for listening. That's all for us, friends.
We'll see you real soon.
Ha ha ha! Bye-bye!